it's kind of amazing because I asked Louis, I met Louis, and I was like, what do you think was the difference between Mac and you? Because you guys were eating the same thing, you were in the same conditions. You know, how did you survive? And he says, he said something like, when I think of Mac, I think of a kid who never had a chance. He was like a child. That's what he kept saying over and over. Like he was a kid who, as soon as Louis would give him any kind of positive reinforcement from what he did, he would like brighten. But then that was like, it could be squashed so easily. I think he really easily fell into a sort of self-loathing and just a lack of hope and a certainty that he was going to die. I think that's really what did him in. And after you meet him, I think you sort of have a new ownership and feeling of responsibility for the movie in general, because you realize that this isn't just a great story. This is a guy who lived and he's still alive. You know, he's still kicking and he's still remarkably conscious and with it, and has opinions and is funny and remembers stories. I mean, this story was 1943, you know, and now he's still alive in 2014. You know, it was like 70 years ago, and he remembers it like it was yesterday. It's crazy. This is ultimately a story of hope. It's ultimately a story of survival and about the stubborn, persistent will to live. And then about the ability to forgive once you've lived through many, many different hells. But the fact that he is alive and the fact that he's told this story in this amazing book, it makes this more than a World War II story, more than your average war story. And ultimately, it's not actually about the war. It's about the persistence of the human spirit. I mean, it sounds like very grand, but it's actually, I mean, that's what makes this a story that needs to be told. Yeah, I think that's what will make this movie very unique, is that it's a very, in general, it's a male-heavy story. I mean, it's a bunch of dudes for this whole time. You know, there's like very few women. I haven't seen a woman in days. But I think in the hands of, in the hands of Angelina and in the hands of Laura Hillebrand, it adds this kind of feminine sensitivity to this intensely macho world, you know, and I think it adds a very unique kind of lightness, touch, you know, attention to detail, and because we're not interested in epic battle scenes, we're interested in what's happening between people within epic battle scenes, you know.
Hey guys, stay with me because I've got a really interesting movie fact from Taxi Driver. The dialogue in the most iconic scene, you're talking to me, wasn't actually written in the script. Robert De Niro completely improvised the whole thing. As the screenplay said, Travis speaks to himself in the mirror. Obviously not. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to keep up to date. And remember, one hand washes the other. Bye-bye.